We have no. Yeah, this is the guest house. Okay.
Good introduction. You're doing great. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Hey guys, welcome to the guest house. I'm not a guest. I'm a hostess at the guest house.
Yeah, you're a resident of the host house today.
This is me, Canyon. I'm glad to be on the podcast.
This is me, Raz. I've been here on the podcast.
Well, we have Meat Canyon.
Meat
Who?
Canyon.
Meat Canyon.
The animator?
Yeah, Meat Canyon.
The animator.
I'm that artist everyone knows.
I love Meat Canyon.
Yeah, we have Pinpurplekid today.
Steve Urkel kid.
We don't talk about if he can run Doom or not. That's confidential. But
no one will get these jokes.
What is that? I don't get that joke.
But yeah, our buddy pal chum here, Raz.
Yeah, you might know me as the guy that said, "Help the goldfish! He's trapped in there."
What does that mean?
I can't talk.
That is you were not there for that, but that's Dags and Friends Discord meme making.
Oh yeah, so
okay.
Fun piece of trivia. Raz was late by 40 minutes, so me and Canyon just had to have a conversation while we waited for him, and we talked about a lot of interesting things. So
yeah, you should have recorded it.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
we'll just talk about it again, but with you, so you can get your input. All right. So,
okay.
I brought up the point of what if I were to inject pure melatonin and pure caffeine into me at the same time, and we both agreed that you just feel like tired and awake at the same time, and it would be absolutely miserable. So he brought up the proposition that what if you didn't have to sleep anymore, like at all, you just don't have to sleep, but you also don't have the energy to do anything else. You're too tired to do anything, but you're too awake to sleep, and that's your existence now. What would you do?
That's not what taking melatonin and caffeine at the same time would do.
Have you done that before?
Have you done it before?
No, but that's not how that works.
But what would you do if...
I'm researching.
What would you do? We already did the research.
We already did all the research, and that was when you take the Omega drug, and that was the research.
Yeah, the Omega drug. Okay, so Canyon brought up something very interesting.
Yeah, so when I want to die, I want to take a syringe filled with every single drug on the planet.
When you want to die?
I'm on my deathbed. I say to the doctor, I'm about to go turbo mode.
He gives you gasoline. He turns you into Turbo the Snail.
Turbo fast.
No.
Turbo fast.
He opens up my briefcase, and it's the wackiest crap you've ever seen in a syringe, and he injects it into me.
Now, there's only two possibilities that happen if you were to do that, and that's either you become immortal or you actually just explode.
Those aren't. No, that's not the other possibility. Is your heart stops.
My heart stops.
You're
my
not gonna,
brain
you're not
is
gonna,
going.
You're not gonna have a syringe injection in you and immediately explode. Your heart is probably just gonna stop
but it's
pumping.
Every drug.
But for
you're dead. You die. Pretty soon
I definitely experience time way slower. Hopefully.
Or faster.
You have no idea what's gonna happen if you take one of those.
Well, I don't feel like your entire body just explodes, and I also don't feel like you become immortal.
You don't know that.
Way to shoot
I guess
down
I
Dags' two only responses.
You know what? I guess I don't. I'd have to try it. Next episode of the Residence, the Guest House, we're going to have a syringe with every drug, and I'm going to take it all.
You're going to die.
And we'll see. No. Because I might become immortal.
You'll become immortal, or
I
you'll
might
explode.
become immortal. I'll either explode or become immortal. And
those are the only two possibilities.
Those are clearly the only two scientific options, and I'll probably become immortal. Because it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, it is. It's been proven. Other people have done it. Why do you think adrenochrome is so popular?
Why do you think Joe Rogan's still alive?
Did you hear that, he took, horse maintenance or whatever, and he said
took
that
horse dewormer and it worked
Ketamine?
for
and
COVID.
Horse tranquilizer?
He said that horse dewormer is what
Ketamine.
like cured him of COVID. So he made a whole bunch of
That's-
people buy horse dewormer, so they didn't have to take the vaccine, and it just didn't work.
No,
And it was really funny.
I don't know if that's the full context, but I know he did take horse dewormer. I
No,
don't
but he
remember
made a
what the name
lot
was.
of his audience buy horse dewormer as well.
You know,
He was definitely pushing that for his own financial gain.
Speaking
if you don't
of
want the vaccine, you can just take horse dewormer. Jamie, pull that up.
take the Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie, can you get me a syringe with every drug and horse dewormer?
Who's gonna be our Jamie?
Who do you mean's gonna be our
I
Jamie?
am the Jamie because I'm the one who put pictures on the screen.
We need
when I'm editing.
we need Leah to come in here and sit muted every time.
Yeah,
so
just muting every time we just say, "Hey, Leah, pull it up," and then she like,
Leah, pull that up.
she can't even pull it up. I still have to edit it in the video because we're just recording audio. I still have to edit it in.
Speaking
It's
of,
not even worth it.
She's just screen sharing the whole time.
Do you just like remember these things and then like pull it up on the screen?
No,
I'm a
listen
dumbass.
to
You
it.
just
I
listen to it. Yeah.
yeah, I can't. I have my headphones up the entire time. Like, I remember at 3:48 we talked about Funky Kong.
I talked about Funky Kong. Yes.
speaking of
I
COVID,
have it like
though,
at really fast speed.
Speaking of COVID, though, this is really late, but Dennis Prager got COVID, and that was
can't
really
believe
funny.
this.
Use women and children as human shields.
What happens when you push a beach ball underwater? It pops right back up. What happens when you push a baby underwater? The baby fucking dies.
You know,
That's such a great video. I'm Dennis Prager, and I got COVID.
Raz,
I'm
pull
Dennis
up
Prager.
Dennis Prager's funny face.
Dennis Prager's funny face. All right, I'm gonna look up Dennis
He
Prager's
loves
funny
murder
face.
and he loves death.
Dennis Prager's
If
funny
everybody
face.
at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
school is
just
not
put-
murdered
just
or
put-
enslaved,
Just
school
put
failed.
just put a photo of funny Dennis Prager up right now. Leah, can you
Right.
do that? JD, put that up.
Leah, pull it up. She's not here.
Leah, pull that up.
Leah,
She's
pull it
not
up.
here.
Leah, pull it up. Apparently,
So-
wait, huh?
What?
Dennis Prager says he caught COVID-19 on purpose by constantly hugging strangers.
This is the worst thing.
That can't be a real article.
No, wait. This might be fake. This might be
It has to be.
I'm
It's
Dennis
on
Prager, and
onion.com.
I'm hugging strangers.
The left has made impossible to say the N-word. Real quick. Okay, there's another one by the Daily Beast. It says he caught it on purpose.
The Daily Beast.
Daily Beast.
Why can't it be weekly?
I mean, if they only did weekly, then they'd be the Weekly Beast.
The weekly
Yeah, the
beast.
Weekly Beast. And that sounds weak.
Well,
Think
yeah,
about that.
week.
Yeah,
So we called it the Monthly Beast.
no, this is real.
This is
I
real.
can't. Why?
This is he's just going around hugging. He
How-
claims
how-
to have
how
hugged
did he-
thousands of people in order to finally contract the respiratory illness. What the? How
How did he-
deluded do you have to be?
How did he not get shot when just like going up to strangers and hugging them?
Because
How deluded do you have to be, like, in your own like
You think-
ideas?
You'd think that like you'd
Actually
just be like
insane.
you'd just be like capped like Alec Baldwin did that woman by accident.
Dennis
this thing's
insane.
loaded.
this thing. Dennis Prager's gonna wake up and he's gonna look like the fucking grandma from SpongeBob who bought the chocolates.
But it's also like the grandma from Resident Evil 7.
Oh
Yeah.
man, two images I cannot pull up in my head.
But
This is an audio podcast.
This is an audio podcast.
I feel so bad for finding the Alec Baldwin situation absolutely hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's that man is gonna live with trauma for the rest of his life.
know,
Yeah,
but
I
how-
know.
He's gonna take
how
to his
do
grave,
you-
but it's also really funny.
How do you accidentally
thing is loaded.
misplace blanks with real bullets?
It's
Like
like,
How?
it's,
I feel
it's like
I feel there
fruit
had
for
to
a
be some like
conspiracy.
sabotage.
There's foul play going on.
There definitely is. Like
There's
if-
something amiss.
If there's anything to make a conspiracy theory about right now, it's definitely this situation.
Do you want to make a conspiracy theory on that?
I don't know. Like, did
Alec
one of
Baldwin
the
iceberg.
did one of the people on set just like really hate that woman, so they wanted to just like get her gone, but didn't.
Yo,
want to do
hey
it
Alec,
themselves?
test out this prop gun.
Why would you ever have a real gun on set? Like, why would you have a gun that
It's
can
a prop.
shoot bullets?
It's supposed to shoot
When
blanks.
it's a gun, yeah, well, you can.
I don't even
Okay,
understand.
how do you get actual bullets on a set? It shoots
I
blanks.
don't
How do you get
know.
an actual bullet on set?
I have no idea. It loaded with gunpowder. It shouldn't be possible. Like that was like such negligence. How did even like you'd at least think that the gun wouldn't be loaded.
All right,
Like,
guys, time to
at
shoot.
most.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my box of bullets right here. Don't mess with them.
Yeah, don't mess with my box of bullets.
They're specifically for the gun that we have on set as well. Don't mess with my box of bullets.
And
Were
right
they-
next
were they
to
like
here
doing
are the
shooting
blanks.
tests or something?
No, I think like the thing that was happening was Alec Baldwin like wanted to test out like he wanted to like and practice one of his things that he had to do. So he went up to the woman and like they were reenacting like a thing that they had to practice for, and then he shot her, and then it turns out there was an actual bullet in there.
Or that woman's a really good method actor.
No.
So good that she just made herself die on the spot.
Good that she made a bullet wound and died.
There's no way. What did she
must
do? Like rip out a piece of her flesh?
Yeah, it was just at supersonic speed.
Do you guys? All right. Have you guys ever heard of the Swamp Town Get Down?
No, enlighten us.
Okay. There's no way you ever would have heard it because it's a local event held by Waycross, so you'd never hear about it.
You just doxed yourself.
I don't live there. Like, why? Who the fuck would want to come to Waycross and find me?
Who would? Yeah, you
Me.
don't live in Whitecross, do you?
I don't even live in Waycross, and plus it's
Is-
right by the Okefenokee Swamp, so it's already popular anyway.
Are you protected by the swamp thing?
The algae men, yeah.
The Bigfoot.
But the Swamp Town Get Down is a hippie music festival,
Okay.
and I got high there.
No, you didn't. You never went there.
What do you mean I never went there? How would I not know? How would I know about it if I never went there?
I know you didn't get high there. Like that's just a bull-faced lie.
Oh yeah?
Bullface?
Hold on, let me get my... No. I can't. Because it's 2 a.m. in the morning.
You want to go get your dad and say, hey, Dad, tell him I
Hey dad,
smoked
remember when
pot."
that hippie gave me a brownie? At the fucking Swamp Town Get Down?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
No, it was like filled with hippies. There's
Yeah,
weed everywhere.
If it's a hippie spot, like, I mean,
Yeah.
in Georgia, it's
Yeah,
illegal
probably.
to, like, pot's
It
illegal.
is
but,
illegal?
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's illegal
That's
in most
crazy.
states.
It still is.
It's medically legal in most states, but it's recreationally illegal in most states, which is weird.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know
pretty
that.
weird.
But it's not super hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I was around it my entire
It's not
life.
hard to get a hold of anywhere because it's legal in the same country. So,
Yeah.
like, make it federally legal, either federally legal or federally illegal, or else
I don't know.
you're gonna have it everywhere.
I don't really have opinions.
Yeah,
on
no
drugs.
politics in this podcast.
We
Is
literally
that
had a
political?
segment about Dennis Prager getting COVID.
Is that Well, also, that's. I don't feel like that's political. He just went up to a bunch of people and hugged them because he wanted to contract a respiratory
He wanted
illness.
to get a
I don't.
disease.
I don't know if
Disease.
that's political. Maybe that's his like political
Maybe that
stand.
maybe
That's his
Yeah.
protest.
maybe
He
he
really
just
was
like
talking.
really wanted to get the virus.
Maybe he's really just trying to die, but he doesn't. He doesn't want to do it himself.
This is his method of suicide.
Dennis Prager, if you want to call on the podcast, we'd love to have you. I actually would love to have Dennis Prager on the podcast.
Really?
I just like
You know,
the entire time I just quote that one YTP.
baby fucking dies.
Baby fucking dies.
A life without murder and urine and feces. This would drive me mad.
I just feel like Dennis Prager would be a really good guest to have on our podcast. He's a real charismatic gentleman. There's a lot to ask him about. He's a very interesting person. He did hug thousands of strangers that contract an illness. So
Did anything else happen?
You insane? Did anything else happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There is said announcement that about Facebook turning into Meta.
Oh,
yeah.
man, you mean the metaverse?
What do you?
I can't wait to get sucked into the metaverse and never come back out.
The only people who care about Facebook are old people, and now I notice when I
Yeah.
open Instagram, it says owned by Meta and instead of owned by
That's so
Facebook,
weird.
and it's like, that's awesome. I'm not,
This
and
is
I'm not going to use
just going
Facebook.
to make like
Yeah,
using,
Facebook is gone.
all this is going to do is just make using an Oculus even like more inconvenient, because I already hardwired it to be able to not have it be able to sign into Facebook if I want to. But like now this is just going to be even worse once
Does
I get my
Facebook own
Oculus
Oculus?
fixed. Yeah, Facebook owns Oculus. If you want to use an Oculus, you need to sign in on Facebook.
It's
But
honestly crazy.
there's workarounds, but I feel this is just gonna make it harder.
Yeah, all that Facebook has is other
There's-
companies that they've bought.
Did you see when he was like giving like a whole thing about the metaverse, and like on his shelf he just had a bottle.
Yeah,
of
he had a bottle of
Sweet
Sweet
Baby
Baby
Ray's.
Ray's barbecue sauce. That's awesome.
Why?
So it's not even that good of a barbecue sauce. I'll say it.
I honestly I think by like name brand, I think that's probably the best there is.
You
but,
don't understand.
But yeah, you could put up the image of Mark Zuckerberg with the Sweet Baby Ray's on the shelf right here.
Mark
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
make sure you edit him to look a little bit
There is-
more human.
There
Look
is
at-
this
just Photoshop a face over him.
There is this interview he did with this one lady where they were talking about like the future of the Oculus Quest, and they're like bringing up these games, and they're like, oh, so you see updates for Beat Saber are going to come to the Oculus Quest, and then Mark Zuckerberg's like, oh yeah, Beat Saber, I loved that game with my friends during the pandemic. And it's like the most unorganic conversation that you'll ever listen to. And like the lady that's giving the presentation also just keeps on moving her hands like in rapid succession in like very exaggerated moments. And like I am very convinced that it's because she's trying to like spell out a help signal.
First of all, that's a critical joke. Second of all, if I fucking took an X-ray up to those two people, it's gonna fucking reveal an exoskeleton. They're both animatronics.
They are probably they're both from the Five Nights at Freddy's cinematic universe.
He's making it real. He's making it real. You're gonna log in the metaverse.
Is Mark Zuckerberg the closest thing we'll get to a real life William Afton?
Has Mark Zuckerberg killed 12 children?
He's probably killed more than 12.
Let's be honest. That guy eats children's hearts.
He consumes the adrenochrome.
Do you guys remember when Mark Zuckerberg went to Puerto Rico after a hurricane struck?
Oh yeah, and,
Did
and
he?
like he was like
Oculus VR.
yeah, and he was like an augmented character, like
Yeah,
like as a cartoon.
he was
And
like
he was
a
like-
me. He was like a
It's like,
Nintendo me.
and he was like, "Oh, look at all this destruction! Isn't that kooky?"
Man, it's a shame that all this happened. You know, Facebook will
What?
really bring the people of Puerto Rico together now after this hurricane.
That's so horrible.
Yeah, this was 2017.
Going to Puerto-
he just toured Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico virtually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
virtually.
Like,
He didn't
hey
go
guys,
there.
I'm here
He
to
didn't-
help.
He was in his house. He went on like a little tour, and he's like laughing with this other like fake virtual girl, and he's like making jokes and stuff while they're just touring like people with
The
like flooded homes.
Tragedy.
There's like people crying on the streets.
Just an actual tragedy, and Mark Zuckerberg's there like just inspecting all of it.
What a...
Huh?
My eyes are drying out because I'm under a blanket to sound better. But what a horrible thing to do, Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark
What a
Zuckerberg, if you'd
horrible
like to
thing
come on
do.
the podcast, we don't want you.
We don't want you here.
That, I feel like that's one of the only guests that will universally not accept.
Think about how scary
feel-
that would be.
That would I'd actually fear for my life. Because I wouldn't. That'd be like the first time in my life that I'm talking to something that, like,
Is not human.
Has the
Yeah, you refer to
speech.
him as something. You don't refer
Like,
to him as
you
a
know,
person.
I could walk up to my dog and like talk to my dog, and like at least they won't respond. Talking to Mark Zuckerberg is like talking to a dog and they respond to you.
Absolutely not a human being.
It's like not a situation that you'd want to be in.
God, imagine like you're on a subway train, you
And
look to your
honestly,
left, and Mark Zuckerberg's
I feel like
there.
he literally just his feel is Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It all comes full circle.
Yeah, he sucks on it like a nectar.
No, he doesn't even suck on it. He just like opens up his like hollow self and then just like pours it in as like his fuel.
Yeah, he
It's like,
ingests
it's like
it
a
through his
giant
hollow
battery
skull.
pack. Imagine if you
Yeah, this
stab Mark Zuckerberg and
This whole
Baby Ray's comes out.
this whole metaverse thing sounds like it's going to be the beginning to like the corporations becoming the government, and that's really scary.
I don't.
probably
I
not-
don't
that's
think it's
probably-
gonna make any sort of change other than just make Facebook. It's gonna bring Facebook a little bit of buzz, and then it's all gonna die down.
Hopefully, I don't know. This
I feel
don't,
like
I don't
all
really
the old
trust
people
it.
are gonna cry because what in the heck's a metaverse?
A corporation
They-
probably could establish a government if it wanted to. Like we're just, we have no power and we have no say.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting
but-
for
we
Mark
have people.
Zuckerberg to
I mean,
suck on his Sweet Baby Rays and
hopefully
wage war.
more people will start deleting Facebook from their phones after they see it changes the meta. So like all the middle-aged people that just like spread their anti-vax beliefs everywhere will finally have like a place that doesn't have as big of a reach to spread their spewed ideas.
I think that's actually. I think that's a lot of what happened. Kind of. Not to get political, but that is what happened after like. I think that Facebook did a little bit of something after the January 5th riot, and then a bunch of conservatives left the website and went to like, fucking what's all
Parler.
the Parler Parler. we all love Parler.
Do you remember when the whole 5G thing was happening, like just before the pandemic started? And
Think about that.
there's this one lady that literally just like vandalized the 5G tower to make it go out of like distribution, and then like the entire area was left without internet for like a few weeks, just because she was scared that it was going to like make people start developing bumps on their skin and start like fading into ash.
And she was
literally
probably right.
like that one image of the baby like being melted away by a 5G tower.
You know, if there are rays in the sky that were making us worse, I feel that they've been here for like almost
Sun
a
rays.
century by now.
The things that are in the sky that are making our planet worse are what she probably used to drive to the 5G tower to vandalize it. So,
Though those types of people are also the types of people that would like intentionally try to get like run down cars just so they could spread as much air pollution as possible.
Yeah,
to
why
own the
would you
libs.
do that?
like just like the most gas guzzler cars I can get.
I
On
hate
purpose,
gas
just so they
guzzlers.
could spread air pollution to own the libs. It kind of
Sure.
reminds me of. Do you know that one Fox News host that like had like a vegan on and just started like got a blender and started blending
Yeah,
steak?
he got like a steak and started eating it. He started cutting away at it and eating it.
No, there's also one where like they started blending the steak
Oh yeah.
to own the left.
Yeah, man.
To
Good
be
point.
fair, what are you doing, Canyon?
What are you
I'm
rattling?
typing something in.
Do you have a tin can as a keyboard?
Of course.
It sounds like
How
you're
understandable.
punching your keyboard.
I have big fingers.
Your audio is gonna be horrible to edit because like every lull where you're not talking, I'm just gonna hear like.
Well, I'm trying my best here, as I'm under a 45-degree blanket.
A 45-degree blanket.
That'd be cold.
That would be pretty
we
cold.
talking Celsius?
Nah, Fahrenheit.
It's
For
hot mode.
Hot mode.
Why would we talk in Celsius? Who are you?
It's
a
45
communist?
degrees, but hot.
Yeah. Like the 45-degree knife.
1,000-degree knife versus negative 1,000-degree knife versus skin.
I wonder
Who
which
would
one will
win?
lose.
I think skin wins. It's the biggest organ in the body.
That sounds awful, being cut with, like, a 1,000...
Anything?
You'd catch on fire.
Yeah.
I don't think you would catch on fire.
No,
it
you would
just
catch on
burn.
fire. Have you ever seen anything hot enough to like catch the surface
No.
or whatever, touch it
Alright.
on fire? Like you would catch
Yeah,
on fire.
no. Dags, I work in a blacksmith. Every time
That
I
would
drop
just
metal
engulf
onto the
you?
grass. No, it'll like burn your skin because it kind of doesn't burn that well. But if you have anything flammable on you, like it'll explode.
I feel the only way that'd work is if you douse them with gasoline first.
Yeah, it would work if you gassed them with douse
Well,
them with
Douse them
gasoline.
with gasoline.
Anything could catch on
Sorry.
fire if you doused it with gas. Ice could catch on fire if you doused it with gasoline, dog.
I had this one, like, idea if you were to, like, try to drown someone, but they almost escape, so you just start pouring gas into the pool, then you light the pool on fire.
You could do that.
That would be like an actual like that's an actual horror.
It sounds like something that
You
you'd
would
see in,
just
like a sitcom.
the
bro.
clouds would become black. The clouds would become dark black. Like actual
I,
smog.
I just bring upon the Earth's demise there.
Just a pool. Like how big is the pool? Is it like a kiddie pool or is it like a big pool?
It's like a pool that you'd see at a hotel.
Yeah, and just filled with gasoline. There's like hot
No,
girls
it's not.
swimming in it.
No,
It's filled with water. Then you start pouring the gasoline in it. Then you light the gasoline on fire. So it's the fiery water.
I'm pretty
That
sure
would-
gas is
Yeah,
has
I mean,
less
it would catch on
density than
fire.
water.
Let's say it's thick gas.
Thick
gas. Okay.
Yeah,
I think
I don't know. It doesn't
I
have
think
enough
gas is
oxygen to
denser.
catch on fire.
but
I think
let's say it's like gas that has the consistency of oil.
Okay, so it's on the top, right?
Yeah, it's on the top because oil.
Okay,
floats
you
on
didn't
water.
need to say thick gas then.
you could
Because-
you could just say oil.
You could just say
but
oil.
no, it's still gas, but it has the consistency of oil.
Well, oil
Okay,
is
it's not
also flammable.
density.
But it's not nearly as flammable as gas.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so it's like omega.
we
so it's like on
mixed
the
in
top of the
some
water.
cornstarch with gas and we pour it into a pool
Yes.
and then we light it on fire. Yeah, that's less gas.
Why does it have to be thick?
Because so it can
Because
float on
it
the
needs
top
to
of
be
the
on the
pool.
top.
If it doesn't float on the top of the pool,
Is gas
then the
is
pool won't light on
gasoline
fire.
denser than water?
No, I looked it up. It's thinner. It was
Okay, it'll float on top of the pool already.
No, it wouldn't. It would.
What do you
sink.
mean?
You're right.
It would-
How?
No, wait, hang on.
No.
hold on.
It's gas
Hang
If,
on.
di-
if
Hang
on.
it's thinner, then it would sink.
Hang on. We're stupid. I gotta look this up.
What is it?
Yes, it does. Okay, yeah. It is.
So gasoline does float on water.
Yes, because it's less. Yeah, Kenny, you're
So
right.
this
You're
entire
Okay,
tangent-
you
this
both. I'm
entire
the
tangent
smartest
was
man in the
useless.
world. I'm the smartest man in the world.
Okay,
and
so
yes,
Okay,
it's
if
so
you
just-
were to
we
pour
don't need to
gas on
thicken
top
the
of a
gas.
pool.
If we add the cornstarch to the gas floats on the bottom. So now we have a pool full of gas on the bottom. Now we got to put more gas in because we put all the gas on the bottom. So now we got to put regular gas on the top because all our gas sank.
And then we
Now
light
we light
that
it
on fire.
Then we light the gas on fire, and it's like
The
gas
person's
sandwich.
already escaped because we were fucking the Three Stooges arguing about gas.
Yeah, the hot girl in a bikini that witnessed us add cornstarch to a gallon of gas and dump it in a pool has walked out the pool and left.
We failed in our trap.
But yeah, You could light the top of a pool on fire. Hooray!
Whoa, we figured it out.
We have gained nothing.
Dear Lord.
I can't be drinking mug.
Mug moment.
Oh, having all these moments.
I'm drinking Arnold Palmer.
I'm
Iced
drinking
tea.
nothing.
Finally.
Oh, not Raz. Canyon told me to not question you about your tea.
Well, we don't.
We don't talk about that.
Listen, I don't put as much sugar in my tea.
He
as
said
most
that it
people in the
isn't
South
Southern
do.
tea,
Yeah,
It is in that.
I don't.
and
put
that you're in
as much
denial
sugar.
about it.
I don't put as much sugar in my tea. It's still sweet tea, but I don't put as much sugar in as most.
I
Southern people.
can't tell. The thing is, I drink sweet tea all the time, and I couldn't taste a lick of sugar.
How much sugar do you put in there?
I look in there. I don't know, like
also
one
eyeball
eighth,
it, but,
one
like,
eighth of cup.
1/8 of a cup?
No, not 1/8, not 1/8.
As someone who lives in one of the most northern states, I can't contribute to this.
My screen is turning yellow. What is happening?
What?
It's because you're drinking gallons of sugar.
My
Is that what
screen is. My
is that what
screen.
happened?
What happened to my screen?
Did
I
you
wanna
turn on
imagine-
the blue light filter?
I want to
No,
imagine
it's
when
all-
he's saying
it's all
screen, he's just talking about his eyes.
I thought he was talking
No.
about he said skin. I
Literally,
was
my
like, what?
TV, my monitor is permanently yellow.
What?
Is it,
Is
are
it-
you,
is
are
it-
you a
is it like
smoker? Is
night-
it tinted
is it-
by nicotine?
Is it
No.
like nighttime precautions?
We then spent far too long trying to fix his yellow screen, so I'm gonna cut all that out.
When you said that your screen was turning yellow, I like to imagine that you're talking about your eyes and like you are overdosing on sugar, and that's just what happens when you overdose on
I
sugar.
thought you
That
said
was
skin.
literally our first topic when Raz wasn't here. What does sugar do to your body? How does it
I forgot
destroy
about
it?
that.
And now we're back here, and it
Full
makes your
circle.
eyes yellow.
But like when it makes your eyes yellow, do you know like the blood effect in like early James Bond, where it's just like a red screen that comes out?
Yeah.
I want to believe it's exactly like that, but just yellow.
That's caramelized sugar coating your eyes.
No, that's just what you see when you overdose on
piss.
sugar.
You consume so much sugar that it melts, it goes into your eyes, it coats your eyes, and then
I had
and
one-
then you see
die.
you see James Bond walk in front of you and like point a gun at you, and then you die.
This only has 43 grams of sugar in it.
What if-
mug
what if-
root beer.
What if the next James Bond was supposed to be Alec Baldwin?
He already completed his first assassination.
he did the James Bond intro for that woman that was shooting
What if
the camera.
what if he actually did intend to load the gun? And
I don't want to
it
blame
was just
a
it was
man
just
who's
it
gonna
was
live
just
with
a
trauma for
spy
the rest of
maneuver.
his
I know.
life.
I feel really bad about making making jokes about it, but
I
it
don't-
also
but-
just kind of like brings light to the situation. It's so tragic.
It's actually
Like,
a
I couldn't-
tragedy.
We
I
are
couldn't-
only human.
It's not like if you're to intentionally kill that person, because if so, he'd like be able to brush it off on his shoulders. Yeah, he'd probably go to jail, but like he'd be like, it wasn't that bad. At least I rid that person off the planet. But
Yeah,
no, he
just
like
an O.J. Simpson.
just an O.J.
Look,
Simpson.
I'm fine with joking about O.J. Simpson's murders. Like that's funny.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He murdered somebody?
Nah, the glove didn't fit. He didn't.
Yeah. that wasn't it.
Then he walked away like a king after he got away with murder.
He shrugged like a cartoon character. He put on a glove and he like shrugged like a cartoon character and he said, "It doesn't fit." And he didn't get convicted.
Then like he like
What a smooth talker.
then he like smelled pie sitting on a windowsill. Then he floated away.
Yeah. The steam came over to him and his legs lifted up off the ground and he floated away.
Strange how every murder victim had a pie resting at their window.
That's like
That's how
like
he caught
every-
his wife having an affair. That she left a pie out on the window and she knows OJ's attracted to the pie. And he walked into the bedroom and he was like,
He didn't walk
"Uh-oh."
in. He floated in.
He floated. Yeah, they didn't hear him. He floated in the bedroom. And he
Steam
said,
whistles comes out of his ears. Like,
"It's yours truly." Ooh, I cannot believe you would do this. And then he put on a glove that didn't fit him.
And then he like starts having like a tantrum. And then he just sees red, and then he kills him.
He starts throwing plates around the room, and O.J. Simpson, the guy that O.J. Simpson's wife is having an affair with, is like gathering up all the plates. They're stacking on his like tippy toes and like his fingers, and then one like knocks it all over, and they all break, and he like goes ooh because all the glass broke, and then
he gets a big bump on his head.
Viciously murdered.
O.J. Simpson swings his arms in a big circle, charging up a punch.
Like it's Donkey Kong in
like
Smash Brothers.
O.J. Simpson eats a big can of spinach.
Oh, speaking of Smash Bros, I know like we'll probably need to end the podcast soon. We're like starting to teeter on 40 minutes, but I had a very strange experience today. So I had a dream last night to where the final Smash fighter wasn't Sora, but it was actually Goku. And it felt so real. Like I remember in my dream being shocked that they actually decided to add Goku into Smash. But like it was after some time passed. So like I accepted that this is just normal now that Goku is finally in Smash Brothers and they broke the game rule. So I woke up after that dream, and I kid you not, I thought for an hour straight, like getting up and brushing my teeth, going into the shower and all that Goku was actually in Smash. But then like I got into the shower and I'm like, wait, that was a dream.
Hello. Today I'm going to be adding Goku to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Kind of reminds me how like a few months ago I woke up, but like I was still really tired, and I was convinced that I woke up in 2004 and I was living in the Source Engine, and I didn't want to live in the Source Engine, so I went back to bed for a few more hours so I could wake up in 2020 to live in Unreal Engine 5.
You're manic.
You're
what?
Actually crazy.
You're insane.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
You went to bed to fast travel to Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, because I didn't want to live in the Source Engine. Because I was convinced that when I woke up, I was in 2004.
You know what you're doing?
What?
You're not drinking enough mug.